Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we've got some interesting source material here describing a business platform called UMG Biz Solutions.
That's right.
And our goal today is really just to dig into these descriptions, these excerpts we have, and figure out what this thing is based purely on the sources.
Exactly. We want to understand its features, how it supposedly functions, what's the core idea being presented.
Okay, so based on what we're reading,
Yeah.
it's positioned as, they use the phrase operating system for a business.
That's the term they use. A single platform, the idea being it manages both your external customer interactions and your internal team stuff, collaboration, projects, all that.
Right. And the source makes a pretty big promise, doesn't it? It talks about bringing the whole workflow together.
Yeah, everything from like the first marketing email someone gets.
All the way through to delivering the final project and beyond.
And beyond, yeah. All streamlined in one system. And the foundation, which the source really emphasizes, is this single database concept.
Ah, the single source of truth. I saw that phrase quite a bit.
Exactly. And they connect that directly to enabling powerful no-code automations. The goal mentioned is helping you put your business on autopilot.
Okay, let's explore that foundation a bit more. This single source of truth. Why is that presented as so important in the source material?
Well, the source highlights that having everything in one database fundamentally avoids the headaches of moving data around.
Like between different software.
Precisely. No need to move it, replicate it, sync it. Processes where, errors and inconsistencies often creep in.
Right, I can see that.
So this single database is framed as the structural key. It makes the data instantly available everywhere within the platform, which then enables those smooth workflows and powerful automation.
Okay, that makes sense structurally. So the platform aims to cover the whole customer journey. Let's try and walk through that journey as the source describes it, starting with marketing.
Right. The sources describe a specific toolkit just for sending targeted messages.
Okay.
Features like drip campaigns are mentioned, automated sequences of messages, scheduled sent to specific audiences.
Exactly. Over time. And automations are built in right there too.
How so? At the marketing stage.
Yeah, this is where that integration starts to show up. The source says you can use automations based on triggers inside the platform.
Like if someone fills out a form.
Or takes some other action, yeah. And that can automatically add or remove them from marketing audiences.
Yeah.
And you can apparently even build platform automations into the drip campaign schedule itself. So you could tailor messages based on, say, what type of client they are or where they are in your process.
Interesting. So marketing generates interest, then you need to actually capture those leads. What tools does the source talk about for that part?
It describes an extremely functional forms toolkit. It seems pretty central.
Functional in what way?
Well, the key thing highlighted in the source is how these forms plug directly into the workflow. Meaning automations can fire off instantly based on the choices a prospect makes in the form.
Oh, I see. So checking a box could trigger a specific follow-up sequence. Exactly. Or assign them to someone, put them in a certain pipeline stage, that kind of thing. Directing them down the right path immediately.
It's not just forms for customers, right? I think I saw something about internal forms.
You did. Yeah, the source specifically mentions staff-facing onboarding forms.
What are those for?
They seem designed to give your team a kind of script to follow when bringing on a new client. They come preset with automations and assignments.
So it ensures everyone collects the same info, takes the right first steps.
That seems to be the idea, yeah. Consistency and making sure nothing gets dropped.
Okay, so lead captured, maybe onboarded internally. Now they need managing. CRM functionality is mentioned.
Correct. The platform is described as having robust CRM capabilities. You can organize contacts in the usual ways: leads, prospects, clients.
Standard stuff.
Pretty standard, yes. But it also mentions using circles for grouping or categorizing records, gives you more flexibility in slicing and dicing your contacts.
Circles, like tags or something different.
Kind of like tags, maybe more structured. The source isn't super specific on the mechanics, but it's for grouping. And importantly, it highlights creating a wide range of custom fields.
So you can track data specific to your business, not just generic fields.
Exactly. Capture the info that actually matters to you.
And how about tracking their progress, like through a sales process?
That's where deal pipelines come in. The source says you can set up unique pipelines, maybe different ones for different services.
Each with its own stages.
Each with its own custom stages, yeah. And as deals move from one stage to the next,
automations can trigger.
You got it. Automations can trigger actions. So the source says this lets you track all your potential deals, see exactly where everyone is in the funnel.
And forecast sales.
Right. You can assign estimated values to deals for forecasting, all within the system.
Okay, so for many businesses, after you've engaged a prospect, maybe moved them through a stage or two, you often need to book a meeting.
Right, and there's an appointments toolkit mentioned. It's highlighted for being quite powerful and integrated.
Integrated how? With calendars.
Yeah, it connects with your existing calendar, Google Calendar, Outlook, whatever, to stop you getting double booked.
That's essential.
Definitely. And you can create a customizable Book Me page. It's basically a public web page with your availability.
With its own URL clients can visit.
Exactly. They go there, pick a time, book themselves in.
And how does that plug into the rest of the workflow? More automations.
You guessed it. The source really emphasizes this. Automations trigger when someone books, cancels, or reschedules an appointment.
So booking a meeting could automatically update their deal stage, for example.
Potentially, yeah. It integrates scheduling right into everything else. And the source also notes each staff member can have their own Book Me page linked to their calendar.
Makes sense. After a meeting, things often move towards proposals, maybe estimates, contracts, getting the agreement sorted.
And UMG Biz Solutions, according to the source, handles all of those. Importantly, it says you can do them in whatever order makes sense for your process.
Okay, so what features are mentioned there?
Well, proposals can be dynamically generated. The source describes clients being able to, select options within the proposal itself.
Oh, interactive proposals.
Seems like it. And then there's digital e-signing built in.
Nice. And estimates.
Similar idea, dynamic estimates where clients can maybe select or approve specific line items, then document generators for contracts, also with e-signing.
So it really tries to streamline that whole agreement phase.
That's the picture painted by the source, yes. It says these features are packed with automation items, meaning they're designed to flow directly into the next steps. Signing a contract could automatically trigger billing setup or project creation, for instance. Connect sales to delivery.
Okay, agreement signed. Next up, getting paid. How does the source describe handling billing?
It mentions flexible billing arrangements. Things like online payments, recurring subscriptions, installment plans are all covered.
So different models work.
Seems so. You can generate invoices on demand, maybe triggered by an automation.
Like completing a project milestone.
Could be, yeah. Or you can set up recurring invoice generators for ongoing retainers or subscriptions. The source claims the options fit almost any business model.
Okay, got the agreement, got the billing sorted. Now, often before you actually start the work, you need stuff from the client, right? Info, files.
Definitely. And the source describes a specific phase for that. Service or product onboarding.
How does that work in the platform?
It uses features called flows or onboarding checklists. They're interactive guides, basically.
For the client or the team?
Both, it seems. Designed to guide everyone through collecting all the necessary data, files, answers, whatever you need before work kicks off.
Ah, so ensuring you have everything lined up first avoids delays later.
That seems to be the goal presented, yeah. Get everything you need up front.
Got it. Collect the inputs, then you move into actually doing the work. Project management.
Exactly. The source details a project management toolkit designed for working with both your clients and your internal team.
What are the key points there?
Well, one thing the source mentions is visibility control. Individual projects are only seen by the specific people assigned to them.
Good for confidentiality.
Right. And you can use project generators to automate setting up standard projects. Like if you do the same type of project often, it can preload tasks, assignments, timelines.
Save setup time. How about keeping clients informed during the project?
The toolkit apparently includes ways to keep clients updated and even involve them directly if needed, maybe for approvals or feedback loops.
Okay.
And again, automations are highlighted. The source says they're available at almost every level, even down to when an individual task gets completed.
Wow, that's granular. So completing task A could automatically notify the client or assign task B.
That's the kind of potential workflow described, yes. Highly specific triggers within projects.
That sounds powerful. And what about just, collaborating within the project, sharing files, talking?
Yep, collaboration tools are described too. Things like file sharing, easy sending, and receiving with clients, or selectively sharing internal files.
Securely, presumably?
Presumably, yes. There's also real-time chat mentioned for quick questions, and secure messaging channels that are specific to each project.
So communication stays organized and tied to the actual work.
That's the idea. Keep everything related to Project X inside Project X's area. And the source mentions intuitive, granular permissions here too.
Meaning?
Meaning you can finally control who sees what, ensuring users only see what is intended for them, good for managing client access or internal team roles.
Okay, project work is done. Time for delivery. How does the source say the platform handles getting the finished work to the client securely?
It lists a few methods. You can deliver through the white label client portal.
White label meaning it looks like your company's platform, not UMG Biz.
Exactly. Your branding is front and center. Or there's a secure file exchange function. Or even a secure file delivery option that, interestingly, the source notes doesn't require the client to log in.
Oh, like a secure download link?
Maybe something like that, yeah. Easier for the client in some cases.
And what about confirming they got it and they're happy? Is that covered?
Yes. The source describes automating this confirmation process. You can use platform forms to get immediate confirmation or feedback right after delivery.
Okay.
It even mentions an automated e-signature process specifically for the client to sign off, confirming acceptable delivery. Kind of wraps up that phase neatly.
Right. So, project delivered, client confirmed. What comes next in this journey, according to the source? Is there more?
Yeah, the focus shifts a bit to what they call the client handoff phase. It's more about education.
Educating the client. About what?
About how to use whatever you just delivered or how to get the most benefit from it. The source suggests using things like LMS courses.
Learning management system, like mini online courses.
Exactly. Or using those drip campaigns again, but this time to send instructions, guidance, maybe automated reminders for things the client needs to do post-delivery.
Huh. Why do that?
Well, the source argues it elevates professionalism and helps make sure the client is actually successful with what you provided. Reduces follow-up questions, maybe?
I see the logic.
Yeah.
And then what about ongoing support if they do have questions later?
There's a dedicated support tickets toolkit mentioned.
Like a help desk system?
Seems like it, yeah. Built right in. And the source highlights that you control which staff members can see and reply to tickets.
So you can make sure the right experts are answering the right questions.
That seems to be the point, yes. Ensure qualified responses. And that real-time chat function we mentioned earlier can also be used for direct troubleshooting with clients.
Okay, support covered. What about, leveraging that relationship? Getting feedback, reviews, maybe referrals.
The source details automated processes for exactly that. You can set up automations to ask clients for feedback or online reviews at the right moment. Automatically. The system can apparently even give clients checklists to guide them on how to leave reviews on different sites, like Google or Yelp.
That's clever. Make it easy for them.
Yeah, and the source even suggests incentivizing reviews through gamification, though it doesn't detail how. And then later on, you can automate asking for referrals too.
So, trying to capitalize on happy clients automatically.
That's the idea presented. And then there's one final step described,
Which is?
just staying in touch. What the source calls periodic check-ins.
Why is that a specific step?
The source notes it's often overlooked, but the platform supports automating check-ins with your existing clients. Just, reminding them you're there, what you offer.
Gently fishing for more business.
Gently seeking more business, yeah. Or maybe it's just staying top of mind. The source points out these check-ins often lead to repeat business or unexpected referrals.
Wow. Okay, when you lay it out like that, step by step based on the source material, it really does seem to cover, potentially the entire customer lifecycle.
It certainly paints a very comprehensive picture, from that very first contact all the way through ongoing relationship management and trying to generate more work.
So it unifies a lot of functions that businesses often use separate tools for.
Absolutely, and the source really brings it back to that core value proposition, powering the entire journey. It explicitly mentions combining CRM, marketing, onboarding, invoicing, project management, support.
All in one interconnected place.
Right, working from that single source of truth. That's the recurring theme.
So the big message from the source is really about consolidation and automation, all built on that unified data foundation.
Precisely. Avoid the problems of moving data, keep everything consistent, automate workflows across different functions. That's the core pitch we're seeing in these excerpts.
And I mentioned some other benefits too, like number of users.
Yeah, the source highlights support for unlimited clients and unlimited staff, and also extreme white labeling.
Meaning the platform itself stays hidden from the client. It just looks like your business.
That's the idea. Your brand is front and center. The underlying tech is invisible to the end customer.
Okay, so if someone listening is intrigued by this description from the source material, how does it say they can check it out?
The source mentions a free trial, and notably, it says no credit card is needed to start that trial.
That lowers the barrier to entry.
It does. And another thing that stands out in the description is the offer of free live support sessions during the trial.
So you can talk to a real person to get help setting it up or understanding it.
That's what the source claims, yeah. Tailored help while you're just exploring. And it contrasts this single supported solution with, the alternative.
Which is stitching together lots of different software tools yourself.
Exactly. Which the source implies is more complex and less efficient.
Well, that definitely gives us a detailed picture of UMG Biz Solutions, at least as it's presented in the source material we've looked at today.
It lays out a very clear vision, a blueprint for running a business from one deeply integrated, unified system.
So thinking about this for you listening, what does this all mean? Here's maybe a final thought to consider, drawn right from the ideas in these sources. What could it really mean for your business or any business to operate from a genuine single source of truth for, well, every interaction and every piece of data? How does consolidating everything the source describes, marketing, sales, projects, billing, support, everything onto one platform, fundamentally change the potential? The potential for efficiency, for automation, for maybe scaling things up.
Yeah, it definitely raises that strategic question, moving away from juggling lots of separate tools towards one unified system like the one described here. It's certainly something to mull over.